Okay. Welcome. What's going on? This is TreyPeasy.com, aka Trey, at Hip Hop Snack on Instagram, and you're locked in and listening to the Hustlers Mentality Podcast. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all that continue to hit the play button for the first time, as well as those that are coming back for the second. So thank you. I'm a little rusty. I've been down this road in the past with podcasting. So shout out to my homies at the G-List Show. You can check out some archive material there at theglisstshow.com. And, you know, this whole podcast, this whole movement, this whole content creation is basically everything that can hopefully inspire you mentally, physically, and financially. And when I say financially, I've teamed up with generationalwealthuniversity.com. And without any further ado, I want to introduce you to Shooter for Hire. I want to get his name right. He goes by a grip of aliases, man. Shout out to my main man, Brandon, who's on the line and linked up with me this evening. And I guess I'll just have him come on. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually using this product to get him in on this stream and in on this video recording, and all of y'all that are listening to this via your podcast platform of choice. But Brandon is actually the leader and founder and starter CEO of the Generational Wealth University. And here he is, man. So, hey, Brandon, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming on. Shooter for Hire. You know, it's hard for me to call you. It's hard for me to call you Shooter for Hire, man.
It's called me Shooter.
When I met you, you were named Guap. And so you always are around cash, bro, and not necessarily like to put you out there as if you are rich or
yeah, man. Don't have people flocking to my IG thinking I'm out here loaded.
We want them to flock to your IG, man,
for the right reasons.
And just to check you out, you're definitely an inspirational individual that's in my life, and it's been a great relationship knowing you for probably almost 10 years, if not. And watching you grow, watching you blossom. It's so ironic that we're always doing the same thing without talking to each other. And then when we start talking, we always end up saying like literally the same thing. So
facts. It's crazy, man. It's great minds think alike, as they say. So I appreciate you having me on your show, man.
Well, I want to say thank you for inspiring me to go down this path. You know, we done had this conversation on like, yo, we need to do a podcast. Yo, we need to do another business venture together. And ironically, we're here. And that's why I want to have you on, man, the Hustlers Mentality Podcast, to talk about what you have going on. Yeah, you're a photographer. Yeah, you're a videographer. Yeah, you've been in music, producing, music creating, executive producing. I mean, P. Diddy, similar to me.
Right.
Great. But now you're on to something I think great, and I think you're on to something big with the Generational Wealth University. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And like you mentioned, man, we've if y'all don't know, man, me and Trey partner up on several different types of projects. One being, and I think this is probably our by far most successful and probably the most fun time of our lives, is when we did sheissobad.com a few years ago. Just to let y'all know, no cap, we were the first ones to interview Kendrick Lamar from San Diego before he became who you guys know him of. At that time, it was K Dot. And I would never forget how we just kind of snuck in our camera. We had our team with us. Shout out to Monica for stuffing the camera in her purse, getting the camera in the venue.
Guerrilla work.
Trey walked up on J-Rock and was like, hey, we need to do an interview with K-Dot. And the rest is history, man. So that was kind of like one of the first things that me and Trey got together on with CSObat.com. And honestly, we were the first ones, and I'm going to say it with no cap, to identify internet modeling far as a platform goes. I don't care what nobody say. Twitter wasn't doing Twitter. What IG is now is what we were doing on Twitter back 10 years ago. No cap and gown, like straight up. No, man. Yeah, we had some good times, man. Like Trey said, I was in the music industry on on all sides of it, from executive producing mixtapes and albums for artists, from being an artist and shooting videos, and I kind of just metamorphed into different avenues in the entertainment business. Started with photography, videography. That's where the name Shooter for Hire comes from. That's my IG.
And he got skills. So yeah.
I appreciate it. I do a little something. Shout out to the Sony gang out there. And just kind of like, just always thinking of different ideas and different ways to produce produce wealth, and also how to change people's mindset. And then to go back to what you were mentioning about Generational Wealth University, and just kind of give the people a little insight of what Generational Wealth University is. Basically, it's a platform that allows us to provide resources and information to those who may not know anything about generational wealth. And you have your pillars of generational wealth, from stock market, real estate, life insurance, taxes, credit, the things that they really didn't teach in our community past day, right, for our ancestors. And there was a lot of red tape, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but it was a lot of red tape to make sure that information didn't get out. Now it's a new day, and I've collaborated with people like Trey and several other people who are specialists in certain fields, and decide to put together a legit online community or online university where we take our knowledge and the knowledge that we are continue to gain, and putting it out there to the people who may not know. And ultimately, we're trying to change people's mindset. I'm more so dibble and dabble into the stock market, so that's kind of like my specialty in a sense. And I really want to see people from my community and other communities who do not have the knowledge or may want to get into stock market to come visit Generational Wealth University and learn from us. Sit down in our community, see how we talk and communicate, see what type of stocks we're looking at. Change your mindset. If you're a shoe head and you buy Nike and Adidas, you should have Nike and Adidas stocks. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what Generational Wealth University is about, just changing people's mindset. We're also, we have several different podcasts under the umbrella, i.e. the Hustler's Mentality, as well as the Teacher's Lounge, and several more to come. So we're on top of just sharing this information, we're also content creating constantly, YouTube, podcasts, like you can find us everywhere. So that's what Generational Wealth is. We just want to educate the masses, starting with those who are close to us, and then eventually just, growing. We just switched over to our Discord channel on Generational Wealth University in our Discord. You can go to the website and be a part of that. And yeah, it's been a exciting 11 days, Trey. We went live with the Discord in February 1st.
I mean, I love the way you introduced it, and yeah, you actually went public in February, on February 1st.
Yeah,
the way you introduced the whole platform, I don't know if that was strategic or by chance or that was your plan. With you, I don't know, man. You similar to me. You just start growing and see what happens, and sometimes those avenues open up and things evolve and change. Mm-hmm. But I remember when I saw you post something on Instagram at Generational Wealth University on IG, and I was like, man, this is kind of cool. It was motivating, inspirational. It was finance driven. It was, what you can imagine it to be when you think of the word generational and wealth when it's together. And so I immediately hit you up and was like, bro, this is dope. I love this idea. I love this concept. I'm actually ironically kind of doing something similar, but not in the stock realm. Yeah. I'm more into reselling, never paying full price. I'm into, not necessarily coupon counting, but I get down with that too, if need be.
Right.
You was like, bro, I want to show you. I'm going to show you what I'm working on. And that's how we kind of just teamed up. So, and
it always works out like that, right? It's like I'm doing something. And it's funny because we have a pattern, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give too much game away, but we know each other's patterns when it comes to social media.
Yeah. Full format. I guess you could say the format.
We have a format, right? And it sticks out. And I'm like, and I'll text Trey like, hey, What's going on, man? What
Is
you
this
working
you?
on? Is this you over here?
Because I've been on. It's funny. I hit Shooter for Hire up earlier today and try to get him on, and we be able to connect. And he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Man, I've been in a little slump. The Instagram police is on me. They hemming me up. They hemming me up, man. I mean, I at one point I was running about 60 Instagram accounts, and at another point, I think when we was working together in our first venture on the internet, I think I was running like 45 Twitter accounts.
Yeah, we were booming.
So I've always been like chasing social media and chasing marketing and branding. I do have a Bachelor of Arts in Communications from Jacksonville University down in Florida. And so like communication and branding, PR, marketing, advertisement, it's always kind of been a little niche. I don't know if it's something that I just cling to, but I love the idea of generating traffic.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to build this freeway, but I'm going to make y'all go this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I enjoy that. You know, I've been exploring into Google advertisement and the YouTube ads. I haven't got into TikTok ads yet, but I'm just now getting into TikTok, kind of creating some content on there, just as much as Generational Wealth is on TikTok now. And I think you with your experience over there, you've seen how fast you've kind of grown in a brief amount of time with like no content. I think me agree, maybe 6 posts or so, maybe 9. And but you're generating awareness, and that's something that I enjoy. And it's crazy because we always link up. And like you said, you see my format, the way I kind of post things on social media is similar to you, but you have your own way, your own niche.
Right.
And, we always end up crossing paths, and it's great to kind of spearhead this partnership with you with Generational Wealth University. So those listening, those watching, please check out generationalwealthuniversity.com. This is Brandon, aka Shooter for Hire, who's doing a phenomenal job with it. And if you want to speak on the Discord a little bit, because when you first introduced me to Generational Wealth University, it was basically a chat group on Instagram. You basically created a massive DM group where individuals would just wake up, get in the group, chit chat, talk stocks, talk Tesla stock, talk whatever niche is popping, electric vehicles to the dispensary game to I mean pharmaceuticals, all you name it. You know, you guys were just chit chatting in there, and you dumped me in there one day. And, I was like, man, this is nuts. Like everybody's literally on the same page, thirsty for knowledge, thirsty for cash, thirsty for a heads up on where cash could be growing or coming. And I think that's when you realize either you had something and wanted to pivot to another location where you can all talk. So maybe you can speak on that a little bit. This episode of the Hustlers Mentality Podcast is being brought to you by NinjaGram, the NinjaGram app at www.ninjagram.app. Grow and automate your Instagram now with NinjaGram. With auto follows, auto likes, and auto comments, and much more. Get over to their website now at ninjagram.app and start growing your Instagram fast today.
So pretty much how Generational Wealth started, it literally started with like four of my homeboys that I sit and trade with. We have conversations, and I was just like, you know what, man, I'm just going to open up this IG DM, and you know, so we can communicate back and forth, because I don't really text a lot. It's just it's more so in IG. It's easier, right? Because the app is already open. And so as we were going through it, and we started this in the new year, or actually I want to say November-ish, we started the chat room on IG. And you know, I reached out to some other people, and I was like, hey, we got this chat going on. We're talking about stocks, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to get in? And people just like, yeah, for sure. Let me do it. I want it in. I want to do it. But next thing you know, it went from 4 or 5 people to the max available capacity on IG of 32. And I noticed that every morning, like you said, people would jump up 6:30. Most of us on the West Coast, the market opens up at 6:30, and you have people in there talking about different trades. talking about different stocks, and like everyone's live, everyone's sharing information, and it's just like, you know, the perfect timing, right? And then I looked at it, and one of the homies, Dominique, was like, "Hey, bro, we got to take this to Clubhouse, or we got to take it to Discord." Now, I'm not a real big fan of Clubhouse for the simple fact that it doesn't work on all platforms the same way. Shout out to those who are in Clubhouse. I've always known about Discord for the simple fact that, you know, from video game streaming or whatnot, something else that me and Trey cross paths on. So it only made sense as the engagement went up in the private chat on IG, and I had people waiting and wanting to jump into our IG chats, like literally waiting, but it only allow you 32 members at a time. So I was just like, you know what, it's time to expand this. And as the vision started to roll, and more people were bringing more ideas to the table, and I started solidifying who was actually going to be part of the founding fathers or sisters of generational wealth. It only made sense to expand. And with Discord, with Trey knowledge to Discord, because I was very green to it, and I know Trey got his thumb in everything on the internet. I was just like, hey, bro, I think it's time for us to kind of do something again. And the Discord, just switching everything to Discord was the right path to do. Ultimately, I'm not even gonna front, I was nervous like making the switch, because when you have engagement on an application and you got people, it's kind of hard to get adaptation to a new product, right?
Yeah.
And so I think me and Trey had several conversations for 2 weeks, and just planning the whole Discord and setting it up where it was user friendly, because Discord is not the most user friendly application if you never used it before, and just kind of making it automated and user friendly for those who decide to come over. And so we had a big countdown, a big go live release. And to my surprise, man, we had 60 something people within that time of February 1st join, and then followed by another 10 to 15 people have joined since then. And it's been random people. It's people I don't even know. And it's just word of mouth. So that kind of how things happen. It just went from an idea of a small group of guys who are interested in the stock market, and just reaching out to people like, hey, do you got an interest in learning about stocks? Yeah. Okay, cool. Join this IG group.
And what I like well, I guess what I enjoy the most is that it's not just stocks. You know what I mean? So I don't want to kind of put the platform into a specific idea, because at the end of the day, it's generational wealth. That could go into real estate, which is what you talk about in there. You also talk about credit. You also talk about taxes. You also, you got me in there on the reseller mentality. So those individuals that are reselling products, because I think with COVID in 2020, bro, like products were gone.
E-commerce was huge.
E-commerce was through the roof, and it solidified with Amazon. It solidified with Shopify. It solidified with all these entrepreneur opportunities that individuals have. That I think you are actually shining a major and bright light on in this platform.
Yeah, and I have to salute y'all, man, especially you, just like, and I think you said it the perfect way. Like, a lot of people want to have some type of portfolio when it comes to generational wealth, and a lot of people like the attractive or sexy topics like stock market and real estate, but some people can't afford to go out, especially in California, go out and buy a duplex and a triplex and get, fix it up and get renters in there. But you may have a bunch of stuff in your closet that you can easily put up on eBay or some type of e-commerce site and flip. You know what I mean? Again, it's not the most attractive and sexy thing to say, oh, I flip thrift, but it can be lucrative if done right, if it's marketed right, if it's put out right, you can be successful.
It's a niche in everything, and there is a lane for cash. Like, people that might not buy. I've never bought Minnie Mouse ears, bro. Never. But there is tons of Disney fans that will buy. Bro, I can send you a link to a Disney ears right now, and for $39, they'll be gone, sold out. But then you can go search that same Disney ear on eBay, on Mercari, on OfferUp, and it'll be people be selling it for another 40. So you're talking about individuals selling it for $80. And then if you move 100 of those units,
You lit.
people get into six figures easy. So that's something that I'm trying to bring with the Hustlers Mentalities podcast. I know that's something that under this Generational Wealth University umbrella, there's always a side hustle, whether it's real estate, whether it can even be your primary hustle.
Right.
But I know, like me, I have a day job and I love my day job.
Right.
But I'm also infatuated and inspired by entrepreneurship.
Yes, for sure. And you have to be. You have to be. And I was having a conversation with somebody and I was like, if your goal is to be, rich, wealthy, and you have a day job, salute. But at the end of the day, you're going to have several different streams of income. You're going to have to find a niche where you can maximize your effort and turn that into cash if you want to be wealthy or rich. Because at the end of the day, and I have a day job too, just to put that out there. At the end of the day, I've never met anybody who made $1 million working for somebody.
Facts.
I haven't. I've C-level employees. I don't know any that made more money than the CEO of a company.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So if your goal is that you need to formulate several income streams to reach that goal. And this is the perfect time to do it during a pandemic. Believe it or not, we're at home. We have the internet. We have so many means of resources. And that's one of the things that with your podcast, The Hustle Mentality, I know you're going to bring that out and start generating ideas for people. If it's vending machines, get an ATM machine. If it's okay, I'm gonna share an idea with y'all because I don't care, because I'm gonna do it regardless. And if people decide to do it, it's perfectly fine.
More power for you.
More power for you, because I'm not greedy. I think we all can get money, but I have an idea where I want to get a vending machine, get some flip flops, and take it to one or two of the beaches out here in Southern California. So when the beaches start popping again, you got these vending machines with flip flops in it. You can get the flip flops for X amount of dollars and sell it for about $15 to $20, depending, right, where you at. And there you go. You just have this crazy
genius, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, think about how many times you went to the beach and didn't bring flip flops.
Bro, there's no other worse situation when you want to take somebody to the beach and you got your Jordans on. And you got to take your socks off. And you got to walk out here. And you want to walk, man, because it's the beach. So it's like, you know what I mean? The coolest nerd or the coolest dude, whoever, and they got a nice little situation walking out with them, you gonna want to walk down to the beach, bro. And if you go out here to Coronado, that from the street to the water
ain't nothing but beach.
Far, bro. It's very far. And so
I'm gonna put up a vending machine with flip flops and towels, because how many times have you forgot a towel?
You need that, even if it's the little fitness towel. You get the big beach towel, or you get but it started here first, so we got it archived.
I gave y'all a gem, man. Y'all go out and go use that shit. If you're near any beaches out there, you're welcome. And you can get more by joining the Discord. More ideas like that. That's it. Joining the Discord. Currently, we're free. We're giving out free game. As soon as we hit a certain point, like no cap, you got to pay for this, man, because we got a lot of like smart people with a lot of good ideas and a lot of ways to help you out. So www.Generational Wealth University, hit the links and join the Discord. Make sure you stay tuned to the Hustlers Mentality, because I know Trey got some good stuff for y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna come with I'm gonna come with some more info. I'm gonna come with some more individuals like yourself that are inspiring, that are moving and shaking, from entrepreneurship to hustle to the athletic hustle. I mean, this whole podcast it's wide open, man. I mean, I want to share some more marketing and branding knowledge, tools and tips, all kind of techniques. I mean, it's nothing but game, and that's why I'm glad to partner up with you, man. And I appreciate you taking the time to come through on the first go around and share what you have going on, what we have going on with Generational Wealth University. So definitely check it out. GenerationalWealthUniversity.com, all the social media, all the social platforms. Great knowledge from, if you trying to just grow your portfolio, or even you want to just put some extra dollars in your pocket, man. I mean, simple as that. It takes money to make money, man. But I think you ain't really charging too much money to get this game. So right now, like you said,
Hey man, if you can go out and pay iTunes, was it $9.99 with no return? What is your return when you pay them each month? Okay, you get music.
bro, let's run it down the list real quick before we get out of here. Netflix got that. Disney Plus got that. Apple Music thing got that. Some people might be out here with YouTube TV. By that time, I'm at 4 subscriptions at maybe $10 a pop. I'm at $40 with nothing coming.
Nothing coming back to you. And then check this out, P. Did you buy the shares?
I do have some Apple stock.
That wasn't directed toward you. I know you do.
But yes, that's the point.
Like next point, like you shove in so much money at these companies, and people don't even own the shares. You're not like some of these companies give out dividends each month, each quarter. They're paying you back.
I got a little Apple dividend cut yesterday.
Yeah, I got it. My dividend check came in like last week, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? So
you're absolutely right. If you are a big fan and utilizing products, you should definitely put your coins into the product and be part owner. Simple as that. And that's what Generational Wealth is trying to encourage. Generational Wealth University is trying to endorse and provide that information on how to do so, because it's not as hard as most people think.
It's not.
If you never invested in the stocks, there's plenty platforms and plenty applications you can use on your phone to buy Netflix.
Yeah,
at $300 and something plus a share.
Facts.
Which I
got a class I'm teaching tomorrow of women over the age of 50 years old and getting them set up with a brokerage account and having them start trading. So just to let y'all know, it's not too late to start investing in your paper.
Nice. I'm loving it, man. Hey, well, that's Shooter for Hire, leader of Generational Wealth University.
University Press.
That's it. He the president of the university. I'm TreyPZ.com. Hey, at Hip Hop Snack on Instagram. Shooter, you got any last minute plugs, man?
Just shout out to Trey. Make sure y'all tap into the Hustlers Mentality on all streaming platforms. YouTube channel on Generational Wealth University. This content will be up there. At the end of the day, search for knowledge.
Yep. That's it.
Search for knowledge. Don't be afraid to ask.
This is the generation. I think this is the time where knowledge is so much appreciated and searched for right now with what's going on with us being trapped in the house, or either just eager to try and survive, being that individuals might have lost their jobs or got stimulus checks, don't know what to do with, or do know what to do with them. These are the kind of tools and tips that I think people need to know about. And we're gonna definitely do our job here at the Hustlers Mentality Podcast, where physically, mentally, and financially, we trying to provide you with that inspiration and that information. You dig? Until next time, I appreciate y'all. And stay focused and keep hustling.